Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Starting off with the black pieces here against a 1662 from Romania. Now, I feel like we should do a French. Don't think I've ever really played the French, but we're going for it. Yeah, so I don't know much of the French. They're going with what seems to be similar to maybe the two knights potentially, what we play as white sometimes. So let's launch in the middle. Maybe it transposes. Yeah, so it is a two knights actually, which is really cool to sort of see it from the reverse perspective. And yeah, what do we do here? What do we do? What do we like for white? Obviously, push is a bad move, which we know. We could also play like a knight c6. We could take and play that knight f6, and then get the knight onto d7. Let's do that. Let's take it. Why not? Why the heck not? In fact, maybe we go knight d7 first, just to support this knight. I don't think there's any real threats of them coming in. So let's play knight d7, and it's just supporting that so we can actually take back with the knight if they decide to take. And this knight's coming here anyway. The bishop, well, ideally we're trading off. They either take or we take. And then the knight's going there, so the bishop's going to be free eventually. And now we can go knight f... whatever that is, f6. Yeah, so queen there, and that's pretty common in both the French and the Caro-Kann two knights. Is to get the queen there, and then takes, queen takes, and then the knight goes there to kick the queen again. Now, I'm not sure if this 100% applies. You've got a weakness on the b7 square. Maybe we don't. Maybe we can just ignore it. I think the best move is probably takes and then develop with tempo. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it because I know it. I know it. And that's basically the whole point of getting our knight to d7 first, is so we can do that. I don't think they were ever really going to take. But yeah, so we've got to be careful here, because there is technically a sacrifice they can do if we're not careful. But because our bishop's still on its starting squares, it doesn't quite work. I think I've shown you this before, but it's... and if I manage to move this bishop sideways and get it out of the way or something, they can take this pawn. And after king takes, the queen's coming in. And that's actually mating, I believe, which is super scary, but also a really, really cool tactic. So it's super interesting. It's something you should keep your eye on if you're ever playing these sorts of lines. And I think we just need to focus on development. Maybe bishop e7. Maybe we want to be a bit more active than that. They're looking to expand on the centre and have strong bishops. So the question is, what do we do with our bishops? Which is a very tricky question, to be fair, because I'm not really sure. I always like this from the white side, so it's super interesting seeing it from the black side. I think probably just bishop e7 works. Sometimes we could sort of transpose it slightly to a caro and then play the queen there, bishop there, sort of thing. In fact, let's... The problem with that is that our bishop's pretty pinned in. And in the caro, you don't have this e6 played, so you can actually develop the bishop better. And that's actually one of the reasons why you play that, is because you're looking to play this afterwards. And then you can trade off your bad bishop for their knight, which is a relatively okay trade. So maybe we need to focus more on developing our light square bishop, because that's our problem piece. I don't think a fianchetto would work. Maybe we just need to go d7 then. Or we could start maybe trying to kick their bishop out, then play a c5 and get on these squares here. Maybe that could work. Start pushing on the whatever side that is, queen side. And they've used no time here at all, but I have been trying to think this through best I can. Ideally, they would come in and trade there, which would be absolutely amazing for us. Yes, we lose a bishop pair, but that knight's just so flexible and so well developed. I think we're fine with it. That's not scaring me at all. There is no tactics. Bishop covers everything quite nicely, and the knight's stopping any checks if we take with the king. We could continue the plan because the queen's still doing that, covering that. But if they trade, then we're sort of fine anyway. Maybe we get the bishop out, hit the knight, and then we can castle. I think it could potentially be okay to castle queenside as well in this position. It's sort of undefined, if you get me. There's no central pawns, really. Your pieces are well developed. And then I think we're happy with that. We can then put all our pieces on light squares. Should we castle queenside? Start launching all of our pawns, because usually in the Caro, these all push, but seeing as how this is slightly different and we get the chance to actually castle kingside without the c6 weakness, maybe we can afford to do that. We could even do that and win a pawn straight up, potentially. I am worried about the safety of the knight, though. If the queen maybe goes here. That's interesting. Very interesting. We could also, if necessary, hop back there and start bullying this light square bishop a bit. And maybe if we can get our queen out, we've got a knight check there. And then maybe take and then check. Get that way. So I think while we can, we get the tempo on the queen with g4, knight g4. I don't think there's anywhere else particularly the queen can go. If they go there, to be honest, I'm happy. Well, I need to cover the knight, don't I? Maybe takes, and then queenside castle. No, we would lose that. So queenside castling is not on straight away. So I think knight g4 is probably best then. If they push that, well, they can't because of the queen, obviously. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. They could go queen there, at which point we can. No, we can't queenside castle because the queen's blocking us off. But that's fine. We can go there, potentially, and after takes, then we can castle. And they've just opened up everything for us. And we're hitting the light square bishop as well. Yeah, we could go queen there, hit that. The knight can check, and that would be a nasty. Oh, sorry, that would be a nasty sort of with the queen on the same diagonal. Nasty sort of a washing machine sort of thing. I forgot what the name of it is. Yeah, I've forgotten what they call it. Where you've got a repetitive check and you keep taking every piece on the board. That is a worse version of that, I think. Because now I can just castle. Surely. Or I could take with check first. Or take with knight first. Takes with bishops potentially slightly better. Because you've got the check. And you can always just drop back. Oh, we could even then drop back to there and hit the queen. But that seems a bit sketchy. Because then the knight has the ability to be kicked. Which is super interesting. Right, it doesn't have the ability to kick. We've taken that pawn, obviously. Duh. Yeah, that's nice. I think do we take with the pawn, with the knight or the bishop? If we take with the knight, we're getting development. We're sort of forcing their rook to get in the game now, which we don't really want. And if we take with the bishop, then that's check. So the king has to move, and then we can get more tempos on the king as well. We can look at developing other stuff. I think we take with the bishop. That's probably the best for us. Yeah, and then do we want to hit the queen? Are we scared of any bishop maneuvers? I don't think we are. We've got no checks against us. We've still got castles. Yeah, I think bishop there's fine tactically. I think we're all good. Yeah, I think that's all fine. Sorry, I was a bit silent there, going through my calculations. Yeah, I'm not really sure what White's plan is. We can't really move our queen to attack, although we could. It would be risky with the bishop taking the pawn, because the queen would hit afterwards, and then we're threatening to do that. Now then. Ooh. Now then, I want to go queen there. I really want to go queen there. That would be nice. What we're threatening is knight takes pawn. So knight takes pawn. Obviously, they've got no there because of mate. Well, sort of mate. Is it mate? King goes back to there. Check. Check. Could you go back to there? No, because I've got... yeah, discover check. Then bishop comes in. I think. That looks like it's winning anyway. I'm pretty sure. Should we calculate that again? So check. King can't even come forward, so they have to go that way, which is smart. I wish I saw that sooner. And then you have... Oh, you have a smothered mate. You have a smothered mate. No way. Oh, because the bishop's covering that. You have check, queen... and then rook takes, and then mate. Oh, and that's forced. That is forced. No way. Please tell me that's solid. Please tell me that's solid. So they can obviously do rook takes, and I think we can do queen takes then, because we're threatening mate in various ways. I think. So queen, knight takes, rook takes, queen takes. They've got some checks. We can block. If they take that, then they're going there. And if they play the pawn to save the diagonal, then we've got the queen coming in because the bishop's blocked. So I think we go there then. And that looks deadly. That looks absolutely deadly. Oh! They have a discovered. They have a discovered, folks. But then there, and then we're still threatening getting more pawns. So maybe we're fine. I think we're fine. They're going to trade off, which is fine. We're fine with that because we're threatening tons of stuff, I think. I think we're all good. And worst case scenario, we are still up a bomb. So I think we're good. As long as they don't get greedy, we're chilling. They're just super undeveloped as well. Ideally, I would get rid of this pawn and just win it that way, but I don't think that's ever like feasibly possible in this position. I think check is probably the best move. Takes, bishop takes. Maybe play that. And then maybe takes, castles. Those pawns are doubled. They no longer have the bishop pair. We've got same coloured bishops. And their rook's underdeveloped. Surely that's winning. I don't want to, again, jump to conclusions, but this looks very promising. We just have to make sure that we can let them actually take that. And I think we can because when we move up, we've got a tempo on the queen, which is really nice. They could go there, to be fair. Queen there covers quite nicely. Yeah, actually that's annoying. Queen there covers, takes, king up, queen there. Oh, no, but then you've got check. Yeah, you've got check. Because there. No, but the bishop can block. But then you've got there. Oh, this is so confusing. Oh, we need to calculate this. And we've not got much time. I slipped up a bit. So we have there. Now, if rook takes, do we have... No, because king moves, check. There. There. It's got an escape square. Which is annoying. So we're going to have to take back. There. Takes. Queen takes. King up. Queen goes back to f3. We're down. We're down a knight for 2 pawns. For a pawn. Queen. And then I've got check. Bishop has to block. No. You go check. King moves. Check. No. No, because then the king doesn't have the bishop, so we need to go the bishop check first. Okay, so Knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, king takes, queen f3, check, bishop blocks, check, king there, check. That wins. I think that wins. I think we're good. I hope we're good, because we're sort of losing if not. They could also skip doing the rook, but it's literally the same thing. Now, bishop's covering this pawn quite nicely as well if they decide to check first. Oh, I hope to God this works. I know you shouldn't play hope chess. It's bad form to play hope chess, but it's such a nice little series of checks that I really hope it works. We just need to make sure we get the move order right. Now that I think they're calculating if they can take the rook or not. And I don't think there's any other way out because I've got the immediate threat. And if they decide to do anything else, we've got check, king there, bishop there, mate. Come on. Please, please. I mean, either way, it's so scary for white. So scary for white. And if there is a way, they've got to play incredibly accurately. I don't think that check works. Because if they try, I can... well, I'm covering that square anyway. They've got nothing there. That don't work. Bishop's still covering that. Oh, it's lovely. I'm pretty sure it's lovely. And I hope they take the rook. And I hope I get to do that line. Yeah, there's not much more I can say. We've got to wait for that move. If they find some miracle way out of this, or some really stupid way out of this that I've not seen, then congratulations to them. Can I not just take that and they lose all their defensive capabilities? It's still the same thing. The pawn's still covered. That's still covered, and then that's a guaranteed mate. Pretty much. I'm pretty sure. There's no way they can cover up, like, everything. Worst case, they have to go maybe queen there first, and I just keep the rook advantage and the major pawn advantage as well. Or the exchange, I should say. It's not a rook advantage. It's an exchange and 2 pawns. Okay, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. That was actually a pretty clever move. Yeah. That was a pretty clever move, to be fair. Credit where credit is due. Yeah, was there a better move I could have done? I could check. The problem is, once they go there, I've got no... Oh, I take the... Yeah. That was silly. I should have seen that. Gosh! No! The one thing I didn't calculate. To be fair, what happens after you go there? You can win the bishop. Oh, the one line I didn't calculate. Now what's the plan? We're down a piece, a whole piece. We've got no... We could try push our pawns after check. Check. Oh, we've got to move. We've got to move. I don't know why I didn't take with the... do the check. Oh, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. We're low on time as well. We've got to move. They need to block with the bishop. Then maybe we push. And try win that way. They've got no checks still. So 3 moves time. 1, 2. I can go bit queen there. And that's actually really nice as well. Because then they can't ever develop that way. Because I'll be hitting the rook. So if takes, I've got the rook afterwards, so they can never, and that would just put us up a piece. Oh no, we messed it up. We messed it up. We messed it up. As per. Oh, they're going for a repetition. I win the. Well, I got to check. Keep checking. Maybe go for a repetition. I think it's too late now. You had your chance. I can take with check there as well. I'm going to have to go for a repetition. I'm sorry. I think I have to. This is such a shame. Oh, do we have bishop there? Do we have bishop there? King there, bishop there, mate. No, bishop covers. That would have been so nice though, wouldn't it? That would have been so nice. So we got to check again. And now, do we actually want to push or not? Because we can take and push, and we can play on. But that's incredibly risky. Oh. Can't believe that. Such a shame. Oh, well, we win now. Surely. We get the piece back. Cover that way. Then we've got checks that way. We were on top again. Oh, it's a roller coaster of emotions today. Wow. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. I would have gone for the repetition, my friend. It's like yesterday as well. Like people are too afraid to take draws, and I'm higher rated than them. Like that a draw would have been a good result. Like, and people are just too afraid to take the draws, and they want to push on. But you gotta know when to not, because stuff like that will kill you. And we're back on top. Oh my god, I can't believe that. That's absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Holy moly. Now we're just up 2 pawns. Whew. Now, how do we play this? We've not got long. got long to figure it out. Maybe bishop drop back. Oh no, big mistake. Big mistake. Fork inbound. Maybe we go there then and let them fork us. Not fork us, checkers. And go there. That is scary. We also have a check. And then we could go there maybe. That could work. Check. And they can't block. So they have to move the king, and then we can move bishop there. Oh, yeah, but then we get in a check on the king. Gosh, oh man. Oh, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I'm not used to being low on time at all. I hate it. It's so stressful. Absolutely stressful. It's crazy. Oh, you got there. That's quite interesting. Yeah, that's a really good move actually. Super annoying. Let's go there then. Then we can defend. Defend that. They're picking up the pawn. I'm fine with that, to be honest. That is the least of our worries. I would rather them get a pawn than us lose on time. And then we block there as well, and we just let them do what they got to do. If they want to trade off, then they can be my guest. We could even block that way if they decide to check, and then we're winning queens because the bishop's hanging at the end of it. Not winning queens, trading queens, sorry. And we just got to be super, super accurate here. We've got to get the rook in the game. Because this is a crazy pawn structure as well. Be careful, be careful, be careful. They've still got a pin on us. Oh, that's such a good move. I'm going to have to go there and after there. Yeah, or they could take, but taking's fine to be honest because the queens are getting traded. And then we've got that push as well. Oh man, this is stressful. I'm glad there's a big increment on this. 10 seconds is so nice. Especially when you don't have to write your move. It feels like forever. And we'll pre-move queen takes. And our goal here, I think, is just to take the queens off the board. They're the most scary thing. If we can hold on to our pawn advantage, even if it's just one pawn, one of these pawns, just to slow down their push, makes our push more threatening. That would be really nice. And if we can, I'm fine giving them one of these as well, because again, these two are going to slow that down so much. Okay. Pawn there. Or do we check? No, let's go pawn there. We're letting them have some dark squares, which isn't ideal. But we're starting to, I think, if we can consolidate our... In fact, they can't do that because we pushed the pawn. And then I think we're fine. We're starting to consolidate our pawn structure a bit. We want to give them some checks, I think. And we really need to get this rook in the game. Whether it's from pushing these or going all the way around. We have a check here. That's fine. And then we can push f5. If we want to. Although I'm still not too scared. Maybe go rook f8 even. Rook f8 will hanging that pawn there. Oh, we can trade off queens. We can trade off queens. Huge, huge, huge news. Absolutely beautiful news. They slipped up there. Okay. Do we trade off queen straight away? Check. Or are they going to grab that pawn? I'm fine with them having that. Let's go for that. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. They're not deciding to go for the free pawn. So that's good news for me. And then we just need to make sure we keep making moves. We're not stopping for too long. This pre-move as well. If we can pre-move moves, like safely pre-move and not just pre-move for the sake of it, then we're going to be getting some more time back. And I think the 2-pawn advantage should be fine to win this. The king is pretty active though, which is good for them. So yeah, I mean, considering what... Oh, I didn't even pre-move that. Considering what the position was, I'm relatively okay with this. Then we're looking to kick out the bishop. We're going pawn there. Get this on a light square. They're never going to be able to hit it because we're covering that. Yeah. We're covering both of these. Or if they do manage to hit it, it's going to be so far in the future that these pawns are just going to be crushing. That's a scary move. Let's consolidate. Block off their pawns as well. That's going to be so annoying for them. We're going to keep marching these up the board now. Trade off the bishops. Because these I can sort of just leave on their own, especially in king and pawns, and just get my king all the way over here. If we can trade off the rooks as well. There, and I think we are pushing one of them. Let's go f5. And then we're looking for h5 as well. After they go rook there, we're going h5. And then we can go h4 as well because the bishop's covering that quite nicely. I think we got to take that. Yeah, we've got to watch their rook coming in a bit now because things have opened up. But our bishop's still covering quite nicely. Let's get the king across as well. And maybe get the rook across. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Past pawns need to be pushed. Yeah, and we've got a discovered check. Not a discovered, but a X-ray. We can actually push that. Just keep pushing with check. Get the king there. We can't go there because the bishop is actually defending quite nicely. Let's go king c3. Just to stop any discovers. The rook can come up to g6 as well to cover this pawn, which is quite nice. But we are also threatening to just take c3. c5, sorry. And that's c2. That's c6. Whatever. Numbers, whatever. Never been good at them. Yes. And now we can hit that. And we're looking to... Well, we can just take the pawn. No, we can't. We'll go there then. Oh, blunder. Blunder, blunder, blunder. Rook comes in and checks. We needed the bishop there. No! Can't be like this. No, it's fine, because we can... We can survive this. We can survive this. It's not over. We're getting that pawn. It's not over at all. Who said it was over? We got to watch out for that. That's fine. We're still up 2 pawns. We just got to be a bit more careful. That's all. Just a bit more careful. Let's try and hold on to this as best we can. I would like to get... Yeah, that's fine. We just got to be a bit more careful. Get the rook to f8. Push f4. Start making some threats. Or we could go bishop c1. Because they're not promoting this. No way they're promoting this. The bishop's covering these 2 squares really nicely, so we can actually go rook f8, and then that's a serious threat for them. We're even looking at just keeping pushing this, because the king's boxed in, and then we have a check if they ever try to come. It's our move. Yeah, we go rook f8 here. And they're still not threatening anything. It's all fake threats. All fake. That's fine. We push. And we pick up this. Oh, no, I fell for it. I fell for it. I fell for it. It wasn't fake. Repeat, it was not fake. It was not fake. It was real. That's fine, though. I think. I am pretty sure we're good-ish. We can go check there and then push that. Yes, we can do that. Oh, we got a draw. We got a draw out of that. They've got to stick the rook there, and then they're going to have to do that, and then we're all good. I think this is theoretically a draw. I'm not quite sure. We should have slowed down a bit. That was a nasty sort of thing. But yeah. We're good. They're going to try to trade off. That's stuck there. So as long as the bishop stays safe, we're chilling. We are chilling. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the right move there was, because that's... Oh, yeah. We'll go over it afterwards. There's no point looking at it now. Let's just keep the king close to the bishop. Yeah, they're going to try wall us off, but we're chilling. I think this is going to be a big shuffle. The great big shuffle. They can't bring the king over to kick us out. Otherwise, we promote. They can't trade it off, because then the side pawn is going to be drawn. So this is just... Oh, I'm not going to lie, we got a bit lucky. We got a bit lucky. We got a lot lucky, realistically. But that's the way the game goes sometimes. What pre-move takes. Because, yeah. Oh, wow. That was stressful. And I think even if they manage to swap off like that, yeah, it's... You can do what you want, but nothing's happening. If they manage to swap off the pawns, they keep pushing this until it gets to there with the rook behind it. No, because I can always shuffle my bishop, so we should never get to that point. Ideally, but then we could also make mistakes. So, you know, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, and then we keep shuffling like this. We're no longer in time trouble either, so this is probably just going to be a repetition. I think surely they know that it's a draw. Okay. Well, we're just going to go chill with the bishop. Try win this pawn if we can. Just get the king as far away from the corner as possible. And then I'd offer them a draw, but I think it's generally considered rude to offer a draw when you're the one who's down, if you get me. You're down on material. It's rude to sort of offer the draw. It should be your opponent's, because you're obviously going to be fighting for a draw, so it should be your opponent that offers it to you. And I think that's fine. If they go there, we can drop back. But maybe I'll offer them one anyway. They declined it. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe they think they've got some chances. Oh, the bishop there is really nice, I think, actually. Is it? Do I want the bishop there? Do I want the bishop there? I don't even know. Is the bishop better on this or this diagonal? That's the question. This one you don't have to shuffle it, okay? But also you don't have any tempo, so maybe it is best on this diagonal. Here you can also give some checks as well, which is quite nice. And then you've got all these tempos you can keep using. We can. They can't actually get any closer because we can take that. And I'm sorry, everyone. This might be a bit of a drawn out one if they're a bit stubborn, which is fair enough. They're up the exchange, but I think this is pretty clearly a draw. And if I'm wrong about that, and the computer says it's clearly winning for white, obviously, then yeah, I stand corrected, and I will go back to reading books because I clearly do not know enough. I don't know what their thought process is, to be honest. Maybe they're looking to get the king, but again, like, they move that way, I'm coming after this pawn, and the bishop's actually quite nice there because it's covering that, and I think I've got a check. That's the beauty of the bishop along this diagonal, is that you've got all these checks as well if the king starts to get too close. And then there is potential for a rook versus bishop endgame, which I think technically you can win, but I think it's like a helpmate thing where your opponent actually has to play purposefully bad moves Well, not purposefully. It could be an accident. Play bad moves in order for you to mate them. And to be honest, I don't know that because I sort of read it was a draw, and then you sort of think nothing much more of it. You know, it's not possible, and then you think nothing much more of it, but then you've actually got to like prove it. It's like Queen versus Rook as well. Like, obviously, it's winning for the Queen, but then like, how do you do it? It's actually quite technical. That's the one last thing I think in terms of like end game technique that I need to know is Queen versus Rook, because I've never really been good at visualizing Queen moves, to be honest. We need to make sure this bishop's far away from the king. I've just never really been good at visualizing Queen moves. It's just never been something I've been able to do that well, and we could be in for a repetition with these checks, which would be nice, although the last check was on this square. That's got to be at least 2 repetitions, surely. And if they go back there, that's going to be 2 for definite. Move up. Threaten to take the pawn. Ah, cheeky. You cheeky guy. Yeah, I'm not falling for that, bub. Not falling for that one. Nice try. Nice try, my friend. So if you can't see, the bishop's going to block there, and then we're threatening promotion if the rook decides to come across and check. And then that's definitely 2 repetitions for sure. Definitely 2. There we go. Finally, we got it. We got it. Amazing. So, wow. Whew, let me get my head on for a second. The game review. What opening even was it? Wow, that is a roller coaster of an eval bar, to be honest. That is crazy. We both got 80.6 accuracy. And then, yeah, a lot of moves. So we'll quickly go through that. We won't go through the end game because we know that's drawn. So this is all good. Yeah. So we knew what we were sort of doing here for the 2 knights Caro, and it wanted a 6 here, which I think we talked about, just stopping any bishop activity. But you know, the question is, how do you get your bishop out? And we said we were looking for sort of the b5 push, and that they play a4 there to purposefully stop the push as well. So that is the idea. And then we knew that wasn't ideal, because that's a bad bishop versus a good knight. So, and that was, yeah. Oh, what? It wanted takes straight away? Wow. Wow. Go on then. Show me the money. Show me the money. Go on then. Takes is... knight. Oh, you win the queen. Duh. You win the queen. Of course you do. That's yeah, I missed that. Fair and square. And then you just drop the bishop back, I believe. Yeah. Queen c3 is a miss. Oh, it liked queen f3. I'm guessing you're putting pressure on that pawn. But I thought maybe a long castle's here. Yeah, and we're starting with the H pawn push. So what's wrong with Oh yeah, it wasn't even that. It was oh yeah, F3. That's what I said. That's what I said. Pretty sure that's what I said. Yeah, it wanted F3. So then you're hitting both of these. Yeah, I think I said that. Not trying to claim credit for the computer. And it's okay with Queen D4. C5, C6 I don't get at all, really. But I guess then you're just sort of accepting that, yeah, you're not just going for the attack yet, and it'll come with some H5 push or something. And then Queen B7 mistake. And then that was not a good move. Wow, it wanted castles. And I'm guessing that's just a safety thing. And castles again. Really? I guess you're winning the rook still. After castles, you've got some check, and then or you can take it straight away, and then a pin if you have to as well. So I guess you're winning the rook either way. And then yeah, we didn't check with the queen, which was very silly for me. And they wanted takes, and then it wanted queen. Oh, that's so good. That's a brilliant way to get out of it. Wow, I really like that. Really, really like that, because it's covering both that, and then it's leaving all. Wow, that's really nice. That's a beautiful way of getting out of it. And then we knew queen takes so much better. There. Yeah, and I think I said that they can sort of escape a bit, but I mean, you're just so undeveloped. I'm getting my rook up eventually. One of them at least. And yeah. And it wanted king to d7 there, which is weird because you leave yourself open to some checks. But yeah, and then this is a forced repetition. But then they decide to get cocky with it and go there, and it's completely winning for us. And this is really, really crazy stuff. And he wanted us to keep that pawn there actually, which is cool. Yeah, and that's a blunder. It wanted the check. Oh, because I guess you're just trading off like we did. And then it doesn't want the trade-off either. Wow, super interesting. Yeah, and we knew this was winning, but just being low on time. It wasn't a big fan of c5. It wanted the pawns just pushed. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just keep pushing. And yeah, and then moving the bishop off that square was not very smart. Yeah, F4 is way better now that I look at it. Threatening the fork straight away, and it's just, yeah. Yeah, and then taking, and then check. And that's actually winning for white after that. Wow. I get, yeah, the push with the pawn. It didn't even want that. I want, oh, yeah, because you're winning the bishop. Duh, gosh. God, the things you miss in time trouble. Then this is drawn, actually, which is super cool. Yeah. It didn't even want us to take the pawn, which is crazy. And then you go there, yeah. And yeah, I mean, it's 0.476. And you're just repeating forever and ever and ever. Hoping that your opponent will agree to a draw, otherwise you've got to play 50 moves of this. And claim a 50 move repetition. But, wow. Poor, I'm absolutely knackered after that. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. It was a complete roller coaster of emotions, complete roller coaster of a game, and absolutely knackering. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you really liked, and I'll catch you guys all later. Bye bye.